wants to text me back, just text me back. A live sign is required. It's coming pretty naturally. It's just in my head. I have this topic, and when I'm in this space of the song, I'm hearing the music playing behind me. At the end of the month, the song is finished and much better than it started.
His name is Stay, who you might not know, but who's really putting so much effort into his music, into his craft.
Woo! Hello, guys. It's me. I'm Stay. Happy to be here. I'm a musician from Austria. I absolutely love music. I'm here to stay. I'm here to make music. And yeah, that's me. I'm Stay. Hello.
I'm Drawzzi. I'm a music producer. I've been making a lot of genres from trap to drill, EDM, now going into K-pop a little bit. Yeah, let's start. You recently uploaded a new song called Again, right?
I did. Yeah. Just not even a week ago.
I've been wondering, what was the process behind making your song? How much time did it take for you to get from the start to finish?
This song actually was one of my fastest ones to make. I literally had an idea in my head. The original idea was pretty different and kind of bad, to be honest. It was a vocal melody I had in my head. I recorded it and then I put some chords under it. And that's basically how I started. In one day, I had the whole first half of the song done. At the second day, the whole track was not complete. The finishing touches took probably a month because I worked not daily on it, but every few days worked on it. That's just my process.
I know the feeling when you have to take a month to get everything locked in, down to the last detail, making it as perfect as it can be.
Yeah, it's like a trial and error process, sorta. I'm just working on it a bit, working on this section, fixing this section. And at the end of the month, the song is finished and much better than it started. So that's basically my main process I go about with all my music. The core song was already done at the second day. I had the topic, I had the lyrics, I had the main parts, I had the guitar, the drums. And it was a definitely much more energetic song to make. So it was really exciting for me because my first 2 songs to release, Love Language is much more on a slower tempo, disco-ish, you want to dance to it, but it's less energetic. And then my other song, Fly, definitely even less energetic because it's a trap beat.
It was
chill,
it was more
almost
chill,
R&B-ish.
definitely.
Yeah.
It was really nice, the changes between your tracks, not going only for one kind of emotion, but going through different kinds of emotions. Yeah,
I think that's also really important because I don't want to make the same track over and over. I really love experimenting with different styles, different tempos, different topics, different energy levels. Make a really soft, more on the slower side, chill song you really want to vibe to. And if you really want to be cheered up, with a fast-paced beat, then make that as well. All my previous songs are really in an indie type of way, especially. But I also want to experiment for future music into other more electronic heavy genres like house, EDM, dance pop. That's what my future plans are. But back to Again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, as you said, you don't want to do the same thing over and over again. Since you called this song Again, what inspired you to really make the song?
I mean, the main inspiration was someone taking ages to text back, days. That's what we really inspired to write this song. My initial idea was something completely different, but then as I had the idea, I got this melody in my head again. Why are you so silent? Because they're not texting back, That was the main idea for this song, the whole topic. In my first verse, he asked me out on a date, but it's taking so long and everything. In the pre-chorus, we're talking about my delusions, already planning out everything, but then to end up taking days and you're when's the text back, That's the main core idea I wanted to convey with the song.
Yeah, that's really interesting. When I try to make music, it's also usually going by what am I feeling right now? Is it hot outside? Do I want to go outside, going to the beach? You're making a song having this inspiration of the things repeating themselves and stuff. It's very interesting to hear about how you made the song, how it came to be. When you had the idea to make Again, how did you come up with the lyrics exactly? What was going through your head while you were writing the lyrics?
Most of the time, the lyrics comes pretty naturally to me. In the past, I really struggled with lyrics because I wasn't really that experienced. Nowadays, I have a good idea and then it just flows. There's this like technique top lining that almost every musician does, just starting with some humming, some melodies on the beat, Sometimes the words even come in my head like while I'm making this first top line, this first like rough idea. This again part was like in my first version idea that I had. I immediately snapped and had like, again, it's a silent, just text me back, a sign is required. And then it was just building out the whole plot storyline of the whole song, like the verses, the pre-chorus, but it came pretty naturally. 2 days is pretty fast for me to make like the whole song. I had like a few change-ups of lyrics after it. It's coming pretty naturally. It's just in my head, I have this topic and I'm in this space of the song, I'm hearing the music playing behind me and it's just almost like I already have the whole lyrics planned. Of course, there are more difficult songs that are much more difficult to write. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like just a spark that's missing to make it really flow easily when you make music. Yeah, me, for example, I have the issue, like, since I'm a producer and never tried songwriting before, it's kind of hard for me to come up with a coherent text where I can, like, write the song. I still need help with that a lot of times, or I'm just co-writing the lyrics. But yeah, just the spark. If you have the spark, it's going perfectly.
I think my best songs were these ones that I really had the spark for. I had some little idea in my head and the whole track was done almost immediately. If I don't have the spark for the song, if I don't feel like I love the song, I do want to make it, I have a great idea for this song, the song doesn't turn out that good. Love Language, the main hook like this, is this was just my second revision. Sometimes I also think not using the first idea that you have is the best. I mean, and again, it was like pretty much the first idea what I had was the final idea. But for example, in Love Language, I think almost the whole text got replaced by the version it was released, especially the chorus. The chorus sounded completely different, but it's so much more catchier in the final version. I mean, the whole song stayed like the same. It was like every verse talked about the same thing as it does in the final version, but it definitely went through a change. The same core principle, same structure, but like completely different lyrics. And that's why I think it's really important not to get hooked like too much on your first idea that you have. So you really need to be distant to really get in your head, in your mind, to realize, okay, this is not the best I can do. So you take a second revision. Oh my gosh, it's so much more better because you had the experience of making the first one to craft the second version and sometimes even the third version.
It's basically also the same thing with things like ear fatigue when you're making music and you've been sitting there for hours and hours and hours. And at some point, it just becomes more frustrating to make music when you're sitting there and basically make no progress. So it's really important to take breaks and come back at a different time to the project so you can start fresh.
Ear fatigue is not only from the production side, also from the songwriting, like it's involved in every aspect of making music. You have to distance yourself for some time to come back later, hear things you haven't before. I think one of the most famous things under the producers is like being awake till 3 a.m. cooking this song. It's so good. You wake up in the morning, you think yourself, what shit is this,
Yeah, it's the same. I also have like a lot of moments where I'm just sitting there the whole night, making this track, this beat, then coming back after sleeping for like a few hours. It's just, why did I like this? I mean, what happened?
Yeah.
And this is like one of the best examples of like ear fatigue. I heard a lot of people saying that creativity isn't a bottomless well where you can get watered like creativity like infinitely. What's the production identity of the song?
I would really describe it as really indie. I mean, these acoustic drums, guitars, I think this is what really makes like the indie sound for me.
Yeah, it's that I think that organic sound that's like not really made in the studio, this more natural
not
feeling.
much like an organic sound. That's why the main chord structure is played by guitar. Normally, I really like to use one-shot samples for my drums. I mean, I also used one-shot samples for this song too, but this time I also used like a library recorded from acoustic drum sets. These sound really different on every hit, so it's like really organic to really craft this fast-paced indie organic drum sound I wanted to have for this song. Almost like 4 on the floor pattern for the kick, but it's like 2 hits on the first bar.
Yeah, I know the 4 on the floor type drums kicks too well with making house music.
Yeah, same.
For the past few months.
So I really wanted to speed up the drums, like really give energy into the song. So for the production identity, I've used lots of synths as well, but I really tried to make them sound a bit more organic. The bass, like throughout the song, is like a pretty modern bass actually. It's also made, I think, in Serum.
What I'm really interested in is how you actually made these group vocals. Is it like an actual group?
Actually not, it's just me. I thought about like asking different people recording it, but then I had actually not time. So it's just basically me mimicking different voices, not breathing through the nose to make a really nasal sound, really trying to format my voice in different styles. So it really creates different vocals. And then I recorded at least 30 to 50, I don't actually know, to really create like
from what I heard in the song, it has to be a lot.
And it's really important to have different distances from the microphone, create different voices to really sell the effect of a group vocal. It would sound definitely better if I had an actual group because it really sounds different. Because if you really closely listen, you hear my voice, like you hear it's my voice. But I think it's good enough for this song.
I wanted to thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. Go listen to it again. And listen to Drawzzi. He's a really good friend of mine. We make lots of music together. So there will be a few projects coming together, but it's still a bit a secret in the making. So stay tuned, guys. Bye.
See you.